Alright, let's talk about something that's quietly becoming a real conversation inside the Knicks organization, because Kevin McCullar Jr. did not just have a nice night against Atlanta, he may have played himself into something much bigger. And if the Knicks do make that move, it could immediately open the door for another name that fans need to start learning right now, and that is Dink Pate. This is not random, this is roster math, and this is how good teams operate mid-season. But before we get into it, let's quickly talk about the injury report for tonight's game versus New Orleans, and Tyler Kolek has been downgraded to questionable with right ankle soreness, and Deuce McBride upgraded to probable, so the Deuce is probably loose tonight. And during that Hawks game, the Knicks were also short-handed, but Mike Brown ended up digging deeper into the bench, and the first guy that he calls is Kevin McCullar Jr. It wasn't a let's see how it goes moment and not a short leash, because he trusted him, and McCullar rewarded that trust with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of which were offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, defensive player of the game, and a career-high 23 minutes. But here's the key thing that Knicks fans need to understand. It was not the box score, it was how he did it. McCullar didn't force offense, he did not hunt shots, he did not freelance defensively, he rebounded, he defended, he was on a mission, and he dove on the floor, and he made quick decisions. That loose ball dive into a corner 3, that's an NBA rotation play, very Josh Hart-like. Those are the moments that coaches remember, and Mike Brown said it himself afterward. He said, quote, "I didn't have him down for that many minutes, but he earned them." That sentence matters because coaches do not say that unless they're re-evaluating roles. Now let's get into the real conversation, because Kevin McCullar Jr. is on a two-way contract right now. That means that there's limited NBA games, limited availability, and not postseason eligible unless converted to a standard contract. And here's the thing, the Knicks are trying to win right now, as we all know. They're not going to keep giving real minutes to a player that they cannot fully rely on long term. That's usually the moment when front offices ask, do we convert him or do we risk losing this momentum? And historically, teams that trust a guy like McCullar convert him, especially when he fits the system, he defends, he rebounds, and he does not need plays run for him. Now here's where things get really interesting, because if the Knicks convert McCullar to a standard NBA deal, they open up a third two-way slot, and that's where Dink Pate comes in. Because quietly, very quietly, Dink Pate has been balling. Let's talk numbers. 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 35% from 3 on high volume. And by high volume, I mean nearly 8 threes a game, and he's only 19 years old. But yes, the turnovers are there, 3.3 per game. He had a game recently with 7 turnovers and another game with 10 turnovers. Yes, that's a whopping big number, but he will get better as time goes on. But that's the profile of a young creator, not a low IQ player, and the Knicks, they love raw upside when it's paired with structure. This is how smart organizations operate. You reward the guy who's helping you win now in McCullar, and you secure development upside without disrupting the rotation in Dink Pate. It's clean, it's flexible, and it protects the Knicks from losing value, but either way, Dink Pate's time will come next summer. But especially when you consider Yabusele falling out of the rotation, Didier bouncing between levels, and the team clearly prioritizing defense and decision-making, this is not about hype, this is about alignment. So as the Knicks head into this Pelicans game, keep an eye on who Mike Brown trusts, because Kevin McCullar Jr. did not just have a good night, he may have forced the Knicks into a decision, and if that happens, do not be surprised if Dink Pate is the next name that Knicks fans start learning very quickly. But Knicks fans, I want to hear your thoughts about this possibility, because this seems to be an intriguing one for me at least. Because we gotta remember, Kevin McCullar Jr. is going to be 25 in a few months, and he's also a 6'7" wing type of profile. And you always want more of those guys on the roster who can play defense, who can even shoot a little bit like McCullar showed in the Atlanta game, and do a few other things like passing as well. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.